Hello, today I will be sharing with you a valuable life lesson that I have learned from watching an episode from the Avatar The Last Airbender. From episode 12, The Storm, from season 1. If you are someone that dwells in the past, this message is for you. Now, what I mean by dwelling on the past. By dwelling on the past, I mean if you are someone who focuses on the past, on something you regret doing, on something you wish you could have done, you could have made a different decision. By dwelling on the past, I mean by focusing on something you did and you regret, and you just stay there thinking about it. What if? What if? What if? What if? What if I could? What if I should have done this? What if I would have told him? What if I could have told her? What if I should have shown up earlier? What if I would have made this? What if I would have made the phone call? You focus on the what ifs and you dwell there. You just focus there. You put your whole attention on focusing on the past, on a decision you made, and you just think about what could you have done that would have led to a different or better outcome. That's what I mean by dwelling on the past. If you are someone who practices repetitively, and do not allow yourself to grow, to continue, the message that I learned from watching the Avatar The Last Airbender was just for you, was made for you. By focusing on the now, by focusing on what is in front of you, by focusing on creating the future, you will add more value to your time, and you yourself will become more valuable. You will use your time more wisely and acknowledge that time is precious and valuable, and and by focusing on what is in front of you and on creating the future, you can create better outcomes that will lead on the long run. If you keep dwelling on the past, you will not allow yourself to work for what is in front of you and for the future. You will not allow yourself to build progress compared to someone who doesn't dwell on the past a lot. By focusing on what it is in front of you and creating the future for yourself, you will allow yourself to build yourself and avoid making more regrets or more what ifs. If you haven't watched the episode, this episode is about Aang. Is about Aang overcoming his old way of looking at things, his old philosophy, his old attitude. It's about Aang. It's about how Aang dwells on the past and why he was dwelling on the past. In the beginning of the episode, Aang is dreaming of his master Mongiatsu. Mongiatsu was a teacher, a mentor, somebody who guided Aang through his life and airbending and through his other needs, emotional needs, and just being a friend, a father, a guidance, a guider. And in the scene, in the dream, Mongiatsu is telling Aang why did he leave, that he needs them. Why did he disappear? That he needed them. And Aang has been having this dream repetitively, multiple times. Katara asks Aang what's been going on, that he hasn't been able to sleep these past days. And Aang says it's nothing. But they eventually end up in a town where an old man recognizes the Aang as the Avatar, and Aang approaches the man happy with a smile, but the man says, "Oh no, he expresses himself as, "Oh no, don't come at me with that smile. I know it is your fault, and I know you ran away 100 years ago." He starts by blaming Aang, or putting it on him that, why were you gone? Like you allowed all this suffering for many years. You weren't here to help throughout the war. Where were you? And Aang takes this pretty deep and seriously, and he decides to glide away into a cave because he feels he got emotionally hurt or disturbed, because it's kind of similar to his dream. He's been having this dream repetitively about, he feels guilty of what happened to his temple. And in his temple, his temple was attacked by firebenders, and they they burnt everything down to that there is no longer not a living thing besides animals, as in there are no longer any airbenders in their temple because they've made them extinct. Besides Aang, the only airbender known. And Aang also feels guilty of the war, that maybe what if he had have stayed the war, he could have helped the war and maybe ended the war, and maybe his family will still be alive. So Aang feels guilty of all this, and it's all just combining together. And in the end, the whole episode is talking about how Aang explains his story of why he left the temple, and he's just reflecting. He's telling Katara the story, telling him that what if I would have stayed, maybe this wouldn't have happened. Maybe I could have helped my family. Maybe I could have helped the war. Maybe I could have ended the war. And this mindset has been following Aang consecutively. It has been following Aang multiple days by days. And it has been bothering him, not allowing him to move on. It's like if you tied yourself a big heavy ball, a 20-pound weight against your leg, and you're not allowing yourself to move forward. It's making it more difficult for you unless you become stronger and stronger. But it makes it more difficult for you to walk around or go through certain terrains or walk through certain passages. So the message that I'm trying to share with you is that Aang has been focusing on the past so much. He's been thinking about what if I could have done, what if I would have done this, and what if and that. That he's no longer focusing on his presence, on what he has in front of him, or that he has ability to change the future or create the future for the better, and to learn from the mistake he made. And instead of just dwelling on there and thinking about what if, he could learn from that mistake and make sure that no longer happens or occurs again. But in the end of the episode, he helps out Katara, Sokka, and the old man who confronted him earlier in the scene. In the ocean, he helps them out as they are under the water, about to drown. And Aang approaches Katara, and Aang tells Katara, I can't make guesses of how things would have turned out if I didn't run away. I'm here now and I'm going to make the most of it. So that is what he says. And I'm now going to show you the scene from which he says this.
Katara, I think you were right before. I'm done dwelling on the past. Really? I can't make guesses about how things would have turned out if I hadn't run away. I'm here now and I'm going to make the most of it. I don't think you're gonna have those nightmares anymore.
If you weren't here now, well, I guess I wouldn't be either. Thank you for saving my life, Avatar.
This is a message that I believe the creators of the Avatar are trying to share with us, that instead of focusing on the past and the what ifs, we should look towards the future and make the best out of it. Look towards the future and make the best out of it. I believe, because I've been guilty of this, of dwelling on the past consecutively and not allowing myself to move forward or work towards what is in front of me and creating more what ifs, because it has decreased my progress, my progression, my growth, because I focused on the what ifs and never allowed myself to work on myself or create or better the future. So I truly believe that if you dwell on the past, you are harming your growth, you are harming your contribution to society or the people around you or the people you want to help. Instead of focusing on the what ifs, there is nothing wrong with looking back and looking at what mistake you have made. But if you look back and you're just staying there, if you're just dwelling, if you're just contemplating, if you're just thinking about, what if I could have done this, man, I should have done that, oh wow, I can't believe I did this, oh no, what am I gonna do? If you compare yourself to somebody who only dwells if somebody has 8 hours in a day and they only dwell for 2 hours, compared to somebody who dwells for 6 hours, who do you think will get more progress done? Who do you think will get more done in a day? The person who only dwells for 2 hours, right? The benefits of not dwelling on the past. Woo! The benefits of not dwelling on the past is major. If you do not dwell on the past, you can focus on what is ahead in front of you. You can create the future. By focusing on what is in front of you, you are no longer creating more what ifs. Because let's say if you're focusing on the what if in the past, you're just staying locked. You're just staying in that position, and you're letting things pass by. The days are going by, and you're still here. You're still living in the present. Like what if? Instead of what can I do now? What can I do now? This is what I'm gonna do. Who can I go talk to? Who can I go meet? What can I go read? Who's doing this? How can I prevent this from happening? I will no longer let this happen again. I'm going to make the best of it. I will put in the work. I will do my best for this not to happen again. I will make up for it. I will make up for it for those people who I hurt or etc. You can focus. You can make your time more valuable by realizing that time is super valuable, and it is valuable. By not dwelling on the past, you can focus on creating the better future. By not dwelling in the past, you can focus on the now and build on the new. Build a new home, a new building, a new dream, a better future for yourself and for your family and those around you, for your society, for your community, for the world, for the universe, and for the we don't know what's, man. So this is a message that I believe the creators of the Avatar are trying to share with us. And I believe this is a message that the Avatar, the creators wanted to share with us. And I believe this is a message. I believe it is really important for you to apply this philosophy, this attitude, this ideology, this way of thinking to your life. It is not bad to focus on to think about the past, but if you stay there, if you're living there, if you're dwelling on it, if you're thinking about it, and it's consuming your days, your hours, your minutes, your seconds on a daily basis, if it is not allowing you to progress in your life, it's time to let it go and realize that the past is the past, and you have the power to create the future, to make the change, to put the work, to put in the steps, to put in your hands, to mold it and create a beautiful, perfect, smelly, awesome sweetness taste of cake that you want for yourself. You have the power, you have the opportunity. Learn from your mistakes. Let your past be your mentors, not your grudges, not somewhere to become grudgeful, negative. Grudgeful, I just made up a new word, put it in the dictionary. So if you really want to be successful and achieve things in life and impact your family, yourself, your society, your community, the world, I believe you need to apply this. You have to apply this. If you really want to make a difference and make progress even faster, progress faster through life, don't dwell on the past. Your time is valuable, and the time of others is also valuable. By wasting your time, you are also wasting the time of the people you can be helping. Do it for yourself, do it for others. The time is now. If you found this video useful, please share with somebody that might benefit from it, somebody that will benefit from it, and also share the episode or watch the episode so you could learn from your own experience. And please share with us on the comments below, what did you think the true meaning of the episode was about, or the scene I shared with you is about. If you have a different perspective, please share it with us on the comments below. I am really interested. I am highly interested. Lastly, I created this channel because I believe there are many valuable life lessons and many of our favorite stories, books, cartoons, movies that the authors, that the creators of these stories have laid out for us to learn from, to apply it to our lives so we can improve ourselves and the lives of others. I truly believe this. I created this channel to spread these messages and these life lessons. Don't take them for granted. My name is Ruben Cabrera, and all I ask of you is to share the story. Gracias.